and happy Sunday to you all. This is your girl Mika Divine Spiritual Guidance here to do an exciting collective reading where we're going to be looking at various topics concerning your career, your money, your love life, and all that comes out in between. A lot of spiritual downloads and lessons. And this is, in fact, one of my favorite collective readings to do with you all because we dive deep into several categories. First, we're going to get some general message from Spirit. Then we'll look at the person that's on your mind. What are their feelings and intentions towards you? And then next, we'll look at your ex, the dreaded ex. And we'll see what are their feelings towards you as well as their future actions. We'll also see who is coming towards you next in love, give you all the tea on that person. We'll also look at who is secretly thinking about you. And we'll also see your children. Yeah, we'll see what your children or secret thoughts and feelings are of you. We'll see any major life changes coming your way, the good stuff coming towards you, your pets' secret thoughts and feelings, and lastly, we'll close it all off with money and career messages. So we have a very long, detailed reading for you this morning. If you're joining me live, hello, don't hesitate to say hello to you guys. I just wrapped up an amazing video call session with one of our lucky viewers out there that had an opportunity to connect with me on a deeper level. So if you are interested in booking a personal reading with me or video call, information is down in the description box below. It's such an amazing opportunity to connect with people that I interact with day to day and put a face to a name. I tell you guys, I see you guys in the chat all the time and it's so fun to interact with you live, but it's just something different about connecting with you guys on a call, versus me doing a reading video or just doing these collective readings. So if you are interested in doing that, links and details are down below. Thank you guys so much for coming. Do keep in mind that time is fluid in tarot, so these messages could resonate for your past, present, or future. Also in these readings, the roles could be reversed, so please only take the messages that are for you and leave the rest. If you are interested in me diving deep into your unique story, it's highly recommended that you book a personal reading with me. As I mentioned, personal readings are very, very specific and it looks at your unique situation. And I still get messages somehow. There's still like a disconnect as much as I always do a intro and explain this to you all. But these messages are general in nature, so only take it if it's for you and leave the rest. All right. Enough of all that intro stuff. We're going to get right into it. But first, I got to say hello to my people. Who's here on this Sunday morning? We got Miss Michelle. Hey, Michelle, how you doing? Holding it down, our amazing new mod, making sure you guys are in line, and she's giving everybody a shout out. We have Trin here, one of our OGs. What up, Trin? How you doing, girl? Good to see you. Sharon, another one of our OGs coming through. Hey, Sharon, much love to you. Nicole's here. Hey, Nicole. Hey, good to see you, Monica. Monica's here. Another one that's been here for a while. It's good to see you as well, Miss Monica. Yeah. Innocent. Hello, hello. Are you really innocent? Innocent's name is Innocent. I wonder how innocent you really are. I'm just joking. Good to see you here. Thank you so much for coming. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get started in this very lengthy reading. I'm going to definitely timestamp every portion of today's reading. Sorry again last night for those that looked at the video last night and realized this morning that my timestamps were thrown off. So I've made the corrections. I've fixed the issues. Everything should be good to go. Okay, everything should be good to go. And we're going to go ahead and start off with our reading today. But again, keep in mind, please keep in mind, guys, that we are not doing questions, okay? So no questions in the chat. No questions in the chat. If you're interested in booking a personal reading with me, you will need to visit my website, MEKA'S If I have a little energy left, I'll announce it. So hint, hint. If you are interested in getting a reading on this live, stay tuned after we get through the messages and I'll see how I'm feeling and we can discuss how much it would cost for you to get a mini reading on this live. I appreciate your patience and support for those eager to get a reading. But if you are interested in getting a personal, I'll drop the link in the chat one more time right here. MEKA'S is the website. Check it out. Thank you again so much for your support. Hold on a second, guys. All right, let's do this. Joanne, hey. Divine Tarot, hey, hey. How you doing? Love to see fellow tarot readers here. All right, guys, I think what we're going to do is, because the first portion is just general messages from Spirit, we're going to pull a couple of oracles for you guys, and then we'll go into our actual reading. All right, let's do this. No, the flowers are not real. Someone said, are the flowers real? They look so pretty. Baby, no, they are fake. They are fake, but they look real though. That's all that matters. Can't smell nothing. Can't smell nothing, baby. Can't smell. But it looks cute though, especially on camera with all this, pink feminine energy, giving feminine energy. All right, enough of that. Let's go ahead and start, guys. I've already blessed the deck, so let's begin. Happy Sunday. Kita. Spirit, tell me a little bit about the collective watching this video now or later. What are the messages that the collective needs to know right now in this moment? We have, in relationships, collective, the biggest thing you must look for is consistency. Every time you forgive someone who is not being consistent with you, you are giving them permission to hurt you again. You deserve better. Come on, Spirit. We coming through this morning. Straight up. No chaser. Come on, Spirit. I'm going to read it again for the folks in the back that need the message. You know who you are. In relationships, collective, the biggest thing you must look for is consistency. Is your person being consistent with you, or are they being hot and cold, in and out, playing games, here today, gone tomorrow? Nobody got time for that. Because every time you forgive that person and you give them permission to come into your sacral space, come into your energy, you're giving them permission to hurt you again. They have shown you who they are. And every time you let this person come back, they won't change. Someone needs to hear that. A lot of y'all that's been watching me for a while, y'all already know what time I'm on. Y'all know I'm off of this energy right here. I tell y'all just about every day. Do not settle for breadcrumbs. Do not settle for half-ass relationships. Do not settle for people that's in and out of your life, playing games. You deserve only the best, which is a lot better than that. All right. All right. We coming hard this morning. Hey. We coming with it this morning, y'all. Y'all not ready for this read today. Yeah, Ned says Spirit standing on business. Damn. Hey. Not playing with y'all today. Y'all hit that like button like Kita says. Hit that like button, y'all. Message from spirit. What else we got for the collective regarding this? Yeah, hidden keys. Put things together, piece by piece, to reveal the bigger picture. So, what this is saying is when that person hurt you, when they lied to you, when they deceived you, when they left you, when they abused you mentally, physically, emotionally, cheated on you, what have you. These were hidden keys. And when you bring all of those pieces of that person together, you can identify who this person character really is. This is who they are. And this is where you have to really recognize that you only deserve the best. You don't need someone showing up with disappointment. A relationship is a cooperative thing. It requires two people coming together to build, to support. It's not you giving, asking, and this person letting you down, lying, deceiving, cheating, what have you. We've got to do better, collective. We got to do better because people will only treat you as good or as bad as you let them. If you let someone come in and disrespect you, they will continue to disrespect you. If you put your foot down and let people know, listen, you will not disrespect me. You will not cheat on me. You will not lie to me. You will not betray me. You will not raise your voice. You will not abuse me. You will not do these things. And if you do these things, then there's a consequence. If you do these things and cross this boundary, there is a reaction for every action. Come on now. When you don't react in a way that communicates, I have boundaries, I have standards, and I have self-respect, then you exude the energy of giving your power away and letting them have control over you. And no one should be able to do that. No one should be able to take your power away. Seek clarity. You must embrace harmony, honesty, face consequences, and sharpen focus for personal growth. What do you want your relationships to look like, collective? What do you want your person to do to make you happy, to make you feel fulfilled? That is what we got to put our emphasis on. And someone out here needs to hear this message. Or for some of you guys, you're like, yeah, I know. But we need that friendly reminder. Sometimes we need it, right? So we're like, okay, yeah, thank you. Because I'm out here dating. And I'm seeing the red flags, Mika. I'm already seeing the foolishness. Don't ignore it. See it for what it is. Call it out. Give them hey, I'm all about giving people a chance to prove themselves. But what we will not do is we won't allow these hidden keys to set out to destroy our peace. Because a lot of people are built that way. To take. Takers have no limits, and givers and healers and people that move in love and light sometimes think we can be a fixer. But that's not our job. Our job is just to love and to think about how we want to receive the love. Yeah. Somebody needed it. I don't know who it was out there. Y'all let me know. Is that your message? If it resonates with you, go ahead and drop a heart in the chat. If any part of that reading I said personal reading. That's what it felt like for somebody out there. Resonated, let me know. We're about to move on to the next portion of our reading, which is the person on your mind. What are their feelings and intentions towards you? Big shout out to all of those dropping those hearts in the chat right now. Ines, Christine, Keita, all those saying that it resonated with you. Thank you. I appreciate it. We're moving on to the next. Let's do this. Let's do this. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button. Show your girls some love. I appreciate you all being here this morning. It's such a beautiful day here where I'm at. I might get a little sunshine later on. Thought I'll come on because I had just wrapped up a video call. So I was like, might as well come on and do a collective reading with you guys. I hope you're enjoying it thus far. Look at all those beautiful hearts. A lot of people that needed that message. I'm glad. And I think I needed it too. Just a reminder, even if I know, it's nice to be for spirit to check me and let me know. Do not let people come in and disrupt your peace. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yes. Yes. All right, let's do it, guys. Next portion of whatever comes out. We've got the person on your mind. What is their feelings and intentions? So think of somebody right now. Think of somebody right now. Y'all thinking of them? Okay. Let's see how they feel about you. Let's see how they feel about you, collective. Some of y'all be like, Lord, here we go. Some of y'all like, I already know it's about to be some stuff. Baby, let me tell you something. You already know. Let's do it anyway. Spirit, tell me a little bit about the collective's person that's on their mind. The person that they're currently thinking about. What is this person's true feelings for the collective right now in this moment? We have the Magician in the reverse. The Ace of Swords. And the King of Cups. Underneath the deck, we have the Five of Wands as well as the Ace of Cups. This person, there's something else, y'all. They're fighting an internal battle with how they feel about you. This feels like a self-sabotaging response and behavior. I really like the collective. But honestly, I don't want to like the collective. I love everything about the collective, but I don't want to feel that way. I hate it here. I'm just over it already. Can I just please stop being in my feels? But this is a lie. The lies. They're manipulating their own self. They're causing themselves to reject and push away their feelings for you. Let's find out why. Why is this person doing this to themselves? Thank you, Sharon, for the 5. Thank you so much for sponsoring today's read. It's because this person wants you to give them attention. And because you're not giving them attention, collective, and you're not making them feel important, they got problems with you. And so their strategy and approach is, I got to make myself not really care, or at least pretend like I don't, but I really do. Yeah, I want you to come around and show that you care about me first, collective. And until you do that, I'm going to turn my head like a little 5-year-old and say, I don't care. That's what I'm getting like. I don't care about the collective. Is that your person? Is that what they do? Do they pout and throw I'm just yeah, but this is somebody that's really been waiting. I'm getting for a very long time for you to do this. And the more and more you're not responding, reacting, or chasing or showing up, the more and more this person feeling like they're losing control of the situation. You know, they're trying to control themselves from reaching out to you first. Okay, that's a mess. All right. Now you with the Ace of Swords to the Death card, it looks like you collective are very, very clear about this ending. There's nothing else to consider. There's nothing else to say. There's nothing else to do. You feel very clear that it's over. Yeah. And that you're going to continue to work on yourself and your goals and what you want to accomplish for yourself. You're not chasing no one. Exactly. That's what Trent said. Where I'm not chasing nobody. But Ned said this sounds like my person. Yeah. People like this, I'm gonna be honest with you, they're very immature. With the King of Cups to the Devil in reverse, that's what I'm saying. This is somebody that's trying to detach their feelings from how they truly feel. Deep down, this person feels very sad, overwhelmed, stressed, depressed, because they're fighting an internal battle with themselves, forcing themselves to push love away with you because they move out of too much ego and pride to just surrender to loving you and being there for you. So it gives off a very immature response. I don't care. I don't care about Mika Divine Spiritual Guidance Collective because they're not calling me. They're not wanting to be with me. So I don't care. What? But you do, sir, ma'am, sir, bruh, sis. It's right here. What you do. And you're hurting your own self. Why? But why? It's crazy work, right? Crazy. So what is this person's intentions moving forward with the collective? Very guarded. And saying again, I'm not doing nothing. I'm not doing nothing. I'm not going to work on this. I'm not going to do nothing. Because if they really wanted me, they going to have to come and see about me. If they really want to be with me, they going to have to call me. What? Okay. So what about the collective? What does the collective intend to do here? It looks like you've ended it. Oh, you're just, relaxing. Chilling. Thinking about your future. Thinking about your future goals. Healing. Yes, Kita, healing. It don't look like you too concerned about going back to this person, chasing this person, doing for this person, being there for this person. They got you all the way messed up. And see, what they're doing is they're hurting their own self. I don't know what to tell them. It looks like you've definitely moved on from this. So it is what it is. So this is for those that definitely resonate with it. Let me know, is this your story? Drop a red heart in the chat right now if you resonate with that portion of whatever comes out. The person on your mind's feelings and intentions with you. Let me know if it resonates. Drop a heart. And then next, we're going to look at your dreaded ex. Oh, Lord. Get ready, y'all. Y'all got your pop. Y'all got your wine. I know it's only like 10 or 11 or 12 o'clock, wherever you at. Y'all got your wine ready? Because we're about to get into the X. Look at all them parts, y'all. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. If the collective want me, they gonna have to come see about me. Who is that? Come on now, y'all. This is too much. I ain't got time for these folks. Look at all the Lisa says it resonates. Sharon, Christine, Ines, Loretta, FYOU, Yvette. Awesome. Thank you again to Sharon for the $5 donation for today. Thank you so much for sponsoring today's read. Much love. A lot of you guys are resonating with this. I really, really appreciate the support. If you are resonating or liking this video, which is one of my favorite collective readings to do, hit the like button. It's a very important step. I get a lot of you guys that watch the readings and don't like the video. Hit the like button. Hit the like button now. You know what that reminds me of? If you guys ever watched the Willy Wonka, the little girl on Willy Wonka, and she's like, but I want it now. That's what I think the person on the last reading, I want it now. Just throwing a fit. It's like, I want the collective to contact me now. I want the collective to do. And if they're not going to do it, then I'm not doing nothing. But they're hurting themselves. Crazy work. This person is spoiled, by the way. The person on your mind, they're just spoiled. They always get what they want. But you showed them a little different. That they didn't see coming. Oh, well. All right, so we're going to do your ex. Dun, dun, dun. The dreaded ex, guys. Here we go. This is the person that you recently had a breakup with. We're going to look at their feelings for you and future actions. Trent says, yup, I'm built different. I know that's right. All right, let's do this, guys. Keep in mind, someone asked, what sign are we on? Baby, we not on any sign, y'all. This is a collective read. So if you clicked on this video, there indeed is a message for you. You gotta stick around, get the readings to see if you resonate. A lot of fun this morning. Hang out with us, interact, say hey, like the video. Let's get it. Collective. Any sign, y'all. No particular sign on this read today. X. Spirit, tell me about the collective's X. How does this X honestly and truly feel about the collective right now in this moment? 3 of Wands. 7 of Swords. Justice in the reverse. And underneath the deck, we have the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse, as well as the King of Pentacles in the reverse. This is someone who wants to definitely fix and repair this relationship with you. But they know that they did you wrong. And so they've been holding on to this reality that they were playing too many games, being very manipulative, toxic. And so instead of pursuing you right now, collective, this person is stepping back and kind of waiting to see what you're going to do because they know they've taken this relationship too far. This person is saying, I've taken it too far. I played too much and I've got to do better. I've got to do better. Yeah, they're waiting for you to forgive them, for you to come back. But they know like the likelihood of that is probably slim, considering what they've done. Yeah, what they've done. King of Swords in reverse. Being very calculated and manipulative. This is somebody that I would say is very analytical, very strategic. They do a very good job of coming up with ideas or ways to go about things. And I feel like if this person could use their brain for good, they can actually probably start a business or create something, or really bring a lot of value to the world. But what they do is they use their knowledge, or they use their ideas to get over on people, to run game on people. And with the Seven of Swords and the Nine of Wands in reverse, it looks like you collective have decided to run as far as you can away from this person. And I believe a lot of you guys are interested in pursuing new opportunities in order to break free from this very toxic soul tie. You had a lot of love for this person, collective, and you felt very connected to them. But the problem that you have is the deception, the lies, the games. You deep down would love for this person to be in your life, support you, be there for you. But every time you've given this person an opportunity to be a cooperative partner, they have not been that. The Death in the reverse to the Three of Pentacles in reverse says, I know, Meka, if I go back to this person, this ex of mine, all they're going to do is be lazy, give very little effort, not really support me in the way that I need to be supported. And I can't risk that. So you pursue, or you start reaching out to other people. It's very sad though, because this person wants to be with you, but they know like it's going to take a lot to fix and repair this. So what do I do? That's what this person is telling themselves. So what do I do? How do I do this? They're scared. They're stuck. They're unsure. They're unclear. And this is also someone who doesn't want to really sit there and say, yeah, I did you wrong. They don't want to say that. So with that being said, if I were to put it all into perspective, this is someone that's very confused. They're very confused about how to make things right. This is like someone saying, I have lied, I've deceived, I've played so many games. Like, what do I say now? Now that the collective doesn't possibly trust me, or may be off running away from me. And I think deep down, you don't really want to leave this person, but this person left you with no choice. This ex of yours. So what is this ex's future actions going to be? She's me says exactly. Yeah. What is this ex future actions going to be towards the collective spirit? Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. The Magician in the reverse. The Queen of Swords in the reverse. Dara says, wow, you're on point. Yes, ma'am. I'm the real deal. Welcome to the real tarot reader of YouTube. This person's next actions is not doing much because they know you're pissed. And they know you've been pissed for a very long time. And because you've been in this energy for so long, how do I even get the collective to drop their guard and even give me a chance? So they do nothing. They don't take much action to communicate to you, come towards you, do anything here to show up for you because it's too risky. I'm not trying to get cussed out. That's what this person, I don't want that smoke. That's what the young folks say. I don't want that smoke. They don't. It's fear. So the tactic that they're using is reverse psychology of saying, maybe if I step back and don't take action and give the collective time to cool down, relax, and really marinate, maybe the collective will start to begin to get triggered and start getting in your feelings again to want to give me another chance. So this is the energy of someone saying, until the smoke clears, it's not safe. It's not safe for me to go towards you, collective, because there's a strong possibility you're going to say something, you're going to do something that's going to make things worse. Like they don't even trust themselves. They're like, yeah, I don't want that smoke. I don't want that smoke with the collective. Yeah, so they just sit back in hermit mode, alone, and just, feeling lonely. But this is also a time, collective. What you got to realize is this is a time spiritually for this person to seek truth, enlightenment about this situation in themselves. That they were making very impulsive decisions that ruined this relationship. This person is going to have a big epiphany about their behavior. And so they're going to realize they've taken it too far. And this is going to make them really feel confused about what to do. Now, does this person feel bad about what they have done? Yes and no. Yes and no. Yes and no. I feel like this is somebody, your ex is somebody that is kind of stuck in their ways. And they didn't expect for you to respond in the way that you did. So it's kind of confusing them as to why their approaches or advances or things or tactics, we'll call it, has not really worked. It's kind of backfired. They're a bit confused, like, why is it backfired? Where did I go wrong? Blah, blah, blah. So that part is what they hate. And that's the part of the accountability where we have issues with this person. But the other part of them misses you. And they regret doing some of the things to push you away, So yeah, they don't know what they want to do. If you give this person a chance, it's a strong possibility they will not choose you, collective. There's a strong possibility this person will still move out of, fickleness, insecurity, fear, that they'll be rejected because of how you're showing up. So please be careful with this energy here. It's not giving someone that's really focused on doing the right thing 100%. It just feels like they're reflecting and saying, dang, I probably should have done something a little different. And that is true. They could have done something a little different. All right. If you resonate with this reading, collective, let me know. You definitely could be dealing with an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, or that could be in your natal chart placement. I'm also getting heavy fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. All right. You're welcome. If it did resonate, drop a red heart in the chat for that portion of the reading on whatever comes out. And then next, we're going to go to who's coming towards you next in love. Woohoo! Lisa says it resonates. DP, Melissa. Yep. Annette says it totally resonated, but he's a water sign. Well, this is the thing. I said you or your person. And also keep in mind that it could be in their sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign in their chart. I get some people that ask about that. Like, hey, you say this sign, but that's not my person's sign. Well, we got to look at their sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign, as well as your placements. That can be significant. So, anytime you guys watch tarot and you hear a reader say that, we're just talking about the energy. We're not necessarily saying their sign, but more than likely, if that's the significant energy we're picking up, then more than likely that is their sun sign, but not always. All right, I hope that helps bring some clarity to the situation. Porsche says that her person was, in fact, a fire sign. He was a Sagittarius. Gigi says, yeah, not going back and forth with this person. He was a Sagittarius as well. Yeah. All right. Good, good, good. I think I'm on fire this morning. What y'all think? It's like I'm psychic or something. Next, we're going to go and look at who's coming towards you next. Do I have any singles out there? What are singles at? Single ladies, all the single ladies, all the single guys. Where you at? Where you at? Any singles? Any singles? Lisa single. She, me is single. Hey, single. You see how I'm doing my little single dance? You know, you got to get into it, get a little seductious, got to put a little wine with a little doo wine with it. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's the power of all my beautiful feminines out there. It's the power of seduction, you know. Look, don't be putting a little bit too much wine in it. All right, ladies. I see all the ladies are single. I think we got a couple of guys out there that's single. Yeah. Wind it, grind it, honey. You better put it to work. Show them what you're working with. Shake that ass. Well, watch yourself. But watch yourself now. Shake that ass. Show them what you're working with. Shake that ass. But watch yourself. Hey, it's the truth, though. You got to watch yourself because these folks be running out. Okay, enough of that. Enough of my goofy, quirky Aquarius moments. Let's get to it, guys. Shake that, shake that. Hey. Who's coming towards the singles? A big kiss from Portugal. A big kiss from the States. Back to you. Monica, much love, boo. All right, let me get myself ready, singles. Don't give up on love. Before I get into this, don't give up on love. When we think about our perfect person, they're not going to show up overnight. But I challenge you, collective, keep the search alive. Keep vibrating high and exuding beautiful divine masculine energy, divine feminine energy, whatever your gender is, but really stand in your power and allow people the opportunity to approach you, or if you're a guy, pursue and see what happens. You're single. You're supposed to have fun with it. Just have fun. Big kiss from Poland. Wow. Mwah. Hey, Poland. Scotland. Mwah. Wow, London, England. All my international people. Love you guys. I feel so important, but I'm really not. Oh, I wonder what time it is over there, guys. That's what I be wondering. Like, what time is it? Y'all up in the middle of the night or something? What's happening? Okay, here we go, y'all. I'm running my mouth. Here we go, singles. Remember, keep hope alive. Whatever comes out in this reading, don't give up. What up, Australia? Mwah. All them lizards and crocodiles and kangaroos, Australia. Y'all be scared to go out to Australia. I heard it's scary out there. Jesus. It's 2:09. Okay. It's 6 p.m. Okay. 21:39. Okay, I got to do the math on that. What is that, y'all? That's late at night somewhere. Okay. Portugal, 5 p.m. Okay. I'm in Mississippi in the United States, and it's currently 11:09 a.m. So you're watching me live Sunday morning at 11:09 a.m. My international baddies. Okay. 6 p.m. 12:09 p.m. You're my neighbor, 12:09 p.m. You must be on the East Coast. Singapore. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's cool. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Germany, 6 p.m. Wow, I heard Germany is beautiful. Yeah, North Carolina. Yeah, I figure you're next door to me. I'm in Mississippi, so you're in the South, sort of, in North Carolina. All right. So yeah, tonight or today, however you're watching this, somebody asked, are these general readings? They are. They definitely are general readings. We're about to look at the person coming towards you next in love. Let's do it, guys. Hold on a second, y'all. Ooh, balance, 2:10 a.m., girl. God bless you for coming and watching me in the middle of the night. And you got to go to work in the morning too, girl? No. Thank you for the support. Spirit, tell me a little bit about the collective. The person coming towards the collective next in love. Who is the person coming towards the collective next in love? We have the 7 of Pentacles. We have the 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. We have the 5 of Wands in the reverse. And underneath the deck, we have the 9 of Cups in the reverse, as well as the Sun in the reverse. All right. This is somebody that definitely wants to pick up where you guys left off because they're not happy where they are. But they could definitely be entertaining some type of third party. Okay. We have this Queen of Cups here. Tell me a little bit about this 2 of Wands. Let me get some more on this person with this 2 of Wands energy. The Fool in the reverse and the Tower. Okay. So the reason why they're holding back from you, collective, is because you guys had a breakup. You know, there's been a breakup between you two, and, you know, that's what's caused this person to be a bit fickle about if they want to come towards you or this third party. It seems as if they don't really want this third party with the 5 of Wands in reverse. They don't want, you know, you and them to be at odds. They want to make, you know, things better between you two. Let's see what that's about. Yeah, these other options, these other hoes, they don't want them. They've tried to play the field. They even tried to entertain this Queen of Cups. It's just not what they want. They did enjoy this person's nurturing, loving, and empathetic and supportive spirit. All of that was really, really nice for this person. But when it comes to you, you are somebody that is a better option or a better choice. Now, keep in mind, this is a general collective reading for all watching, so it may or may not resonate with you. But the energy I'm picking up for you, collective, is you not really wanting to take any action towards this person because it's not making you happy. You rather just be left alone. Some of you guys are in hermit mode anyway. And right now you're working on connecting with other people because of how this person treated you. So this is kind of like you saying, I'd rather connect with others than entertain this fool. So it definitely feels like an ex trying to come back, collective. So be wary of this ex. Your ex could be a earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. I'm also getting a lot of water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Doesn't have to be, but that's a lot of energy here. Or you can have that in your placement. Your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign. Let's see if there's anybody else besides your ex coming towards you in the near future. Because I definitely see with the Three of Cups, a lot of you guys are definitely trying to connect with other people. I'm getting you're like socially dating or talking to people or just trying to put yourself out there. So let's see if there's actually be anybody that sticks. Spirit, tell me about the collective. Is there anybody else coming towards the collective in love and romance in the near future besides their ex? We have the Five of Cups. We have the High Priestess in the reverse. And we have the Six of Wands. You know, I don't really feel like anybody else is going to come in with a solid offer, but I think you will be getting a lot of attention from people. But these are people that you're not going to feel like really stick or really do it for you. Yeah, it's a lot of disappointment. A lot of people that's disappointing you, but secretly you're going to like the attention. So you may kind of entertain them for the attention factor or going on some dates or having someone to talk to. But as far as someone coming in, no, you're still going to be single. Nine of Pentacles. Still going to remain to yourself. A lot of you guys could actually be doing things in your energy that's going to make you become way more self-sufficient. So I would just warn you, collective, be careful with this so that you're not totally closing yourself off to love. You know, even though these are not people that you see yourself settling with, just keep going out there. And I think that's why I felt called to give you guys that whole spiel about just keep going. Don't give up. You know, you may not find your person today or tomorrow, but if you keep putting yourself out there and making yourself available, love will find you. Because, yeah, your energy is very independent. And yeah, your energy is kind of saying, I'm not really interested in a full blown serious relationship. Honestly, like if you were to be completely honest with yourself, you've gotten so comfortable and secure and feeling positive in your own sacral space where you don't really feel like dealing with a bunch of foolishness. So keeping people in your energy at an arm's length is where a lot of you will be. But don't let that become a habit or you won't be able to attract the type of love that you definitely want to see for yourself in the future. Good luck to you singles as a Pringle. If this reading resonates with you, which is not too bad of a read, drop a heart in the chat. I would love to hear about it. We're moving on to what do people secretly think about you? Lisa says that it resonates. DP says it resonates. Melissa says it resonates. Gigi with the hearts on fire says it resonates. Yeah, May says, yeah, I'm struggling, Mika, to heal myself for over a month. I'm confused of his actions after he told my mom that he cared for me and wanted to make me happy. He told me that he's not a stranger. Well, that's the thing. When you're dealing with people in relationships, you got to look at their actions. People will say a lot of things, but until their actions back up their words, then you can't really believe anything this guy tells you, May. So I strongly advise that you really listen to your intuition and you look at how he's moving. If he's not moving in a man that's taking action towards you, then that's a red flag. If you're not seeing a man pursuing you and really trying to court you and get you back, that's a red flag. A man serious about you is not going to let you pass by. They're not going to go behind your back and talk to your mom and say, oh, I really love her without trying to talk to you and try to pursue you and get you back. It is in a man's nature, divine masculine energy to go for what they want. Seriously. So if he's not at the space of being a real man, then he's not going to move towards trying to get you back. He'll do a lot of promises. He'll say it. He may even do little small gestures, but the consistency is what you need to see. So please be careful of this. Of course, you have free will, but don't be confused. I think you're confused because your intuition is ringing an alarm and telling you, run, run. But then your heart is saying, but I love him, but I love him. Listen to that inner voice that's telling you the truth of what this is. And you got to do what's best for you at the end of the day. Not based on what your mom thinks, not what on he thinks, or even what I think. What do you feel like you deserve? Okay. Good luck to you on that. I hope that helps. So next, we're going to look at what do people secretly think about you. So have you ever wondered, collective, you're out and about, going to work, interacting with friends, interacting with your neighbors or what have you. And then you sit back and you be like, I really wonder what these people think about me. Like, do they see me in a positive light? Do they think I'm shady? Do they think I'm cool? Whatever. So we're going to see, what do these people really secretly think about you? This is interesting. Again, for those that are joining us, keep in mind these are general readings. So they may or may not resonate with you guys. Some of you guys are saying, hey, what about, I mean, some of it, yeah, some of it may resonate, some of it may not, because remember, I'm not reading specifically to you. I'm reading for a collective, everybody that's going to watch this video. That's who I'm reading for. So if you would like for me to tap into your unique situation, as always, book a personal. That's how you do it. And I have just done a video call this morning. And I think some of the things that I even picked up on that reading, as well as some of the recent personal readings, have been very unique situations that I definitely probably won't tap fully into on a general reading. So that's why it's so nice to book a personal, because you can ask what you need to know. All right. Links are down in the description box below. And I also put it in the live chat for those that are interested. Let's do it, guys. The person that is on your mind or the group of people you're thinking about. This can be coworkers, family, friends, what have you, neighbors. Let's see what they secretly think about you. Spirit, tell me about the collective. What do people secretly think about the collective? 4 of Cups. 4 of Wands. Swords, I'm sorry. 4 of Swords. Sorry, guys. 5 of Cups in the reverse. And underneath the deck, we have the Wheel of Fortune. A lot of people are concerned with you when it comes to your love life and your emotional state. They feel like you're giving up on love, or you're giving up on connecting with people on a deeper level. Kind of like people are concerned with that. Like, why is the collective rejecting? Yeah, there it is. It's like I'm psychic or something. 4 of Cups and Knight of Cups. Like, why do you keep pushing love away, or advances, or people trying to come towards you? They're concerned about you not getting the type of love and affection you deserve. Like, people want to see you happy, I'm getting. These people want to see you happy. They want to see you love, but they feel like you're not giving people a chance. And instead, you're working more on your money, your career. And they're like, yeah, but what about your love? Like, you're successful, but what about your love life? So yeah, they really want you to put yourself out there and not move with disappointment because they want you to be happy. So these are not toxic people. Somebody said a toxic people, but yeah, people see you being successful at work and doing great in all other sectors, but your love life, they're like, hey, you need to, you could do this. Put yourself out there. Yep. They also feel like you prioritize other things as a distraction from love. And they're like, just stop overdoing things or overcompensating or putting yourself in a space of staying busy on things that distract you from your love life. Something like that. Yep. Yep. It's almost like you may have shared to these people or opened up to these people about players or people in and out or people that have done you wrong, and it's really shifted your focus and made you kind of feel like, well, I'm probably never going to find love. Or you may have mentioned something like that to these people, like these people are trash, or nobody's ever going to do right by me, or something like that. You made little comments to these people that made them feel like, dang, I feel bad for the collective. I wish the collective would, just give it a chance. Like, these people believe in love and they see your worth and your value, but they just wish that you could see it and just give people a chance. So that's what they secretly think about you. Good luck to you, collective, on that, of course. You know me. My fixed sign energy says it don't matter what people think. If I don't feel like doing it, I ain't doing it. Drop a red heart in the chat if you connected or resonated with that message. Some of you guys may actually know somebody that has really maybe have even had a discussion with you about this. Yep. Gigi says that was very sweet. Yeah, I think it is kind of sweet. I don't think it's a bad thing. Yeah. Yep. They said, somebody else says they believe in it so much they want what is mine. Oh, wow. Okay. You're welcome, guys. A lot of hearts. That's good. I'm on a journey. I'm on a journey of connecting with you guys. So getting that feedback means the world to me. So thank you for those that are brave enough to share that it resonated with you. Thank you. All right. How many of you guys got kids? Any of you guys have little boys, little girls, grown boys or grown girls? I don't know. We're going to see what comes through, because next, and whatever comes out, we're going to look at your children and we're going to see what are their secret thoughts and feelings for you. So let's look at it, guys. T Rose, she has some kiddos. Shauna has 2 boys and 4 girls. Wow, you stay busy, I'm sure. For those that don't know, I have 1 son. He's 16. One and done. I was one and done, guys. One and done. But I'm also an educator, so I have many beautiful boys and girls that I work with every single day. I take them under my wing as well, so. Yep. Alexis has 3 girls. Beautiful. I kind of wish I had a girl. I like having a boy, though. It's a lot easier than a girl. But, as a girl playing with dolls, how you wanted to dress your baby up and do hairstyles, I was like, it would be nice to have a little girl, but had a boy. And after that, best birth control in the world. One and done. That's it. One and done. And that says I have a 12-year-old daughter. Awesome. T Rose says, spill the tea, Mika, because last time you said she thinks I'm strict, and that was 100% accurate. See, y'all be doubting me. Y'all be doubting me on these readings. I'm really accurate. Y'all be doubting me. But that's true. That is true. I think T Rose, when I did the reading, she was even like, I think you were listening to the reading, T Rose, in a car, and she was listening. She was like, I'm going to see what Mika's going to say. And she was like, dang, she's right, Mom. You are kind of strict. I was like, what? Yeah, that was cool. That was cool. I guess she doubted me too. All right, let's do it, guys. Let's get to the children read for those that have children. Spirit, tell me about the collective's children. What is the children's secret thoughts of the collective right now in this moment? We have the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Nine of Wands in the reverse. And we have the Ten of Wands. Underneath the deck, we have the World, as well as the Knight of Cups in the reverse. You know, I really feel like your child is trying their best to build or trying to create a new way to go about this relationship between you two, but it's almost like they need some guidance or reassurance for you. Some of them could actually be starting to build like a special project, or starting their career, or getting ready to go off to college. If you have younger children, it just could be like them like navigating through growing pains, or they're just trying to do something. And I think they would really like your support because they're having a hard time with this. So whatever that big change, I'm getting a lot of your children going through like a transitionary period. Something's happening, whether it be with, if you have older children, a career change, a move, college. It's like something's happening. And they would really like your support with that because they're feeling a bit overwhelmed by this change. And what could the collective do to support this child? We have the High Priestess in reverse and the Magician and the Temperance in reverse. Be patient with them. Be patient with them, because this is like a new experience. But they need your help. But they may also fear letting you down if they were to say, I'm really struggling with this and I need your help. And it's so many different things it could be. Just think about what your situation is with your child. New move, big move, college, maybe change in school, growing pains, change. So yeah, they can't do this on their own. They need your support. That's what it's saying. Like, I can't do this by myself. I think they're trying to impress you to like make it seem like they can do it all on their own. Like they're trying to come across like, I got this, but it's all like a facade. It's like, Mom, Dad, help me, please. Yep. Carrie says, yes. T Rose says, Mika, 100% accurate. I'm torn what I want to be, an artist, anything draw, or medical school. Okay. Gigi says, oh yeah, they started school this year, so it's on point. Yep. Yeah. So it's definitely one of those things, collective. I'm not saying they can't do it, but it would be nice. I think my advice is to reach out to them and say, hey, let's have a conversation. I just want you to be totally honest with me. I won't judge you. I won't be upset with you. Let me know, how is it really going? And see what they say. And be open and it says be patient with them. Spirit is saying be patient with them. So whatever they're saying, like, don't go off on them. Don't think, well, you should have told me this sooner, or why didn't you tell me? Just say, okay, well, let's figure this out, And I think that would make them feel so loved and supported and happy to know that, okay, I can reach out to you and know that I won't get my head chewed off. All right. Good luck to you, collective, with your children. I think that's a, fair thing. A lot of times kids don't want to disappoint their parents, and it feels like an energy if they don't want to disappoint you with this new thing, which is understandable. All right, guys, we're going to do next major life change. No questions in the chat, y'all. No questions in the chat. I may do a Q&A session in a little bit once we get through this live, but I ask kindly, as well as my mods have been asking you guys kindly, to not put questions in the chat. It really takes away from what we're doing here, and it's counterproductive. But if you are interested in booking a mini reading, you can always visit my website, MEKA'S to book your reading, guys. Or if you would like to hang around with us, I may take a few questions after we get through this reading, okay? Thank you for your understanding and patience. I appreciate it. And thank you for your eagerness for me to connect with you. I really want to, but we got to get through this live, okay? Thank you for your understanding. Yes, DP says, hold your questions. Yeah, hold your questions, guys. Hold your questions. So next, we're going to do next major life change. So in this reading, we're going to see what is your major life change. What is something that's significantly going to be turning your world upside down? This could be for the better or sometime not so good. So we'll see what comes out. Let's do it. Spirit, tell me about the collective. What is the collective's major life change that they can expect in the near future? We have the Four of Wands in the reverse that popped out. The Five of Cups in the reverse. And the Knight of Cups in the reverse. Underneath the deck, we have the Ace of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. Some of you guys may be doing some things around your house. Some of you guys may be moving. I'm getting something related to your home. So I don't know if some of you guys are moving or if you're doing changes around your house. But it's whatever this shift or changes when it comes to your home is for the better. So some of you guys could be decorating, some of you guys could be moving, or some of you guys could be doing home improvements. So with the High Priestess in the reverse here, it's like something that I think that you've kind of sat back and thought a lot about this change, but secretly you've never really done anything about it until now. So it's like, say for example, you've thought about changing your patio set or changing your furniture in your home. You've thought about it, but you're like, no, I'll put it off. And finally you decide to change. Or some of you guys may have thought about moving. You've thought about it, and then impulsively you're just going to get up and say, okay, fine, I'm going to just go ahead and move. It's going to happen all of a sudden. And I feel like this is a big decision that you had to make that you don't necessarily want to have to make, but it's like, it's time. I'm getting it's time for me to do it. Because whatever this change is, it's going to lead to growth, or it's going to lead to a better experience for you. Whether it be you improving your home and you feel like, okay, I'm having a better experience with my living situation, or going to another place to live. But it's going to happen all of a sudden. So something with the home. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like it's just going to bring you a lot more peace and happiness. It could be also rearranging your home. I know we're not in springtime, but I'm getting like spring cleaning fever, like changing it up or doing something like that. So I don't know, very specific reading. It is a collective reading today, so it may or may not resonate with you with a major life change, but for some of you, that may be your story. Cool. DP says yes. The good stuff, guys. I know you guys like this portion. I do. So next, we're going to look at the good stuff. Woohoo! If you do resonate with the major life change portion of the reading on whatever comes out, drop a heart. Let me know if it resonates. Okay, well, see, we got somebody looking for a house. See, there we go. I told you, something with a house. Yay. But you've been looking for 2.5 years. So maybe within the near future, you may find that house that you want to move to, or something better. Yeah. So that's cool. All right. The good stuff. I really wish I could do more good stuff readings, but whenever I do the good stuff readings, it just doesn't really click. A lot of people don't want to watch it. I don't know why. I like the positive reads, you know? But y'all want the Jerry Springer drama. Y'all want to know about these folks that y'all be dealing with, the drama. I want all the tea. I can give you the tea too. I give you the tea too. And Ned says, yeah, I'm thinking about moving to another country. Awesome. Egg Story says, yeah, I changed up my room, did deep cleaning, and been searching for a new place. So all the above, everything I said in that reading. That's cool. Wow. Yeah. All right, let's get to the good stuff, guys. Spirit, tell me about the good stuff. The good stuff coming towards the collective in the near future. What is the good stuff they can expect in the near future? We have the Knight of Swords in the reverse. The Moon in the reverse. And the Queen of Pentacles. Underneath the deck, we have the Three of Swords and the Hierophant in the reverse. This is you like facing your fears. I think for a very long time, a lot of you collective were having a very hard time letting go of something from your past because this person got really wrapped up in your mind. And it caused a lot of confusion, or you started fantasizing about what this relationship could possibly be. But the good thing about this is it's causing you to evolve and grow, to become very strong, independent, and secure. And what I see in the near future is Queen of Pentacles, which speaks of strong, powerful, healing energy. And being on your own and being able to provide a type of life that you can be proud of after you moved away from this. You also will become more wise and very more tapped in than you were before you met this person. So tapped into where you can begin to start to manifest what you want moving forward. So it's a lot of spiritual lessons that I feel like a lot of you all have learned from this past experience, but it took some time to break yourself free. But the good thing about it is what you don't see coming is that you're actually going to be leading yourself into a more abundant life of peace, of independence, of being able the power to manifest what you want. Now, all of this is going to happen very slow. It's not going to happen overnight. But if this is your reading, you may have already started to notice like you're going upward. You're not staying stagnant. You're not going down. You're going up. You're going to a more positive energy or vibration. And you're also becoming more stable. Janice says, you're exactly right. Thank you. Yep. T Rose says, claiming the good things coming. Yep. With the Page of Swords, you're still on the process of learning and navigating through this new identity of who you are, but it's a very powerful identity of strength, resilience, power, wisdom. And I think you're doing a good job of learning how to think in a more healthy approach and how to move towards healthier relationships and how to cultivate those types of things for your future. So the good stuff is you're on the right path. You're going toward the right things and you will start noticing the results of your hard work. But it's not easy. This is not an easy path. Considering you may have not made the right choices in the past by going back to things that didn't serve you or making mistakes. But I'm seeing you learning from it and breaking yourself free, which is great. And it's something to be proud of. So I love that. A lot of you guys watching, if you resonate with this reading, could be a Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, or you could be a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or you can have that predominantly in your natal chart, like in your sun, your moon, rising, or Venus sign. All right. Good luck to you guys. I hope that helps. X Story says 100% resonates. T Rose says, thank you, Mika. Gigi says, yes, sis, I'm a Cancer. Yep. Someone else says, yes, it hasn't been easy. Had to leave my girls behind with my ex who has now alienated them. Oh man, that's horrible. Well, I'm sending you a lot of love and light. That's not easy to deal with. But hopefully this brings you a little bit more clarity that you're on the right track. Someone else says, claiming this. I'm patient. Gratitude, goddess, Cancer here. Awesome. I love it. All right. Next, pets. Does anybody have any pets out there? Any furry friends? Any pet fishes? Any dogs, cats, lizards, turtles? Hopefully we'll stay with the domestics, right? Cats, dogs. But some of y'all got some weird pets out there. I already know. What do you guys got? Any of you guys got pets? What kind of pets do you have? I see a lot of cats. Okay. Y'all know I have my dog Duchess. Duchess ended up having an abscess on the side of her face. So basically what ended up happening was her tooth started to kind of rot or decay, and it caused her face to swell up earlier this week. Well, last week. So what I had to do was take her to the vet, and they have her on anti-inflammatories as well as antibiotic. And she's doing well, but it kind of freaked me out because she came to me and her face was like this. I was like, what in the world is going on here? That was crazy. Kim has rabbits in your backyard. Oh, wow. Rabbits are cute. I know, Ines. I was like, what in the world is wrong with you, Duchess? And she was just running around, and her face was, she looked like she, had an allergic reaction or something, but that's what it was. She's doing a lot better. She's still on her antibiotics and anti-inflammatories, but she looks really good. Yeah, T Rose says hi to Duchess. I'll let you guys see Duchess one day. All right. Some of you guys already met her. One time I went live and we were at the dog park and some of you guys met Duchess. Janice says, I got pet squirrels outside. I know that's right. You ain't taking no animals in your house. Like they can stay outside with the squirrels. All right, let's see. What are your pets' secret thoughts and feelings? I like this reading. It's kind of funny. What is the collective's pet spirit? Secret thoughts and feelings. Let's look at thoughts. What are they currently thinking about the collective right now in this moment? We have the Ace of Swords in the reverse. We have the Nine of Cups in the reverse. We have the Seven of Swords in the reverse. And underneath the deck, we have the Four of Swords and the King of Pentacles in the reverse. Your pet is keeping it to themselves that they secretly think that you're selfish, and they're very confused about if you actually still care about them. So they're not feeling too good right now when it comes to you. They're like, why is the collective being so selfish, just focusing on them, their goals, whatever you got going on, leaving me high and dry? Do you even care about me? Do you even care? Yeah, again, I feel like a cat, a dog, somebody, whatever animal you have, they feel abandoned. I think this is just an animal that wants attention. They just want attention. I'm getting a very attention-seeking animal. So you may notice that this dog, this cat may do things more than often to get your attention. So some of them may like try to cuddle with you more. They may start doing things to get your attention. So you just definitely been very busy and doing a lot of stuff that just kind of makes this animal of yours, this pet, feel like you're not prioritizing bonding with them. And so they're taking a different approach to get your attention. So impulsively, you may see this animal jump on you or curl up on you. Yeah, they're like, I don't know what else to do. Because the collective got so many other things that they're doing. Like, what am I supposed to do? Patricia says, sounds like my cat. So they're kind of running themselves crazy of like tactics. Like they're running games and tactics to get you to like pet them and hold them and play with them and all that stuff. It's kind of funny. So how do they feel? How do they honestly feel? I think this is an animal that does love you. I don't think you guys are neglecting the animal on purpose. I think you're just handling business. You know, some of you guys maybe just focus on a lot of things right now. And so the pet is like the afterthought. Not intentionally, you do love your animal, but it's just like this pet doesn't understand the responsibilities of being an adult and having to do what you got to do. They want attention 24/7. That's what it feels like. How does this pet really feel about the collective? Yeah, Six of Pentacles. They really want you to, you know, give to them. They feel alone. They feel like I would really like the collective to be more generous with your effort, your time, your energy, attention. Like I've been saying way before I even pulled the card out. Like that's what they want you to give them. Attention. You can't make this up. Come on, tarot readers. Am I making this up or am I making this up? I said this before the cards came out. So that's how they feel. They just want more attention, pretty much. All right. They don't know which action to take next to get that to happen, but they're going to try different things, I guess. All right, guys. If that pet reading resonated with your story, drop a heart in the chat. I'm very curious to see if it resonates. All right, so we're going to do the last portion of whatever comes out, and then I will invite those that would like any questions answered on this live to join me for a small mini read session that will take place. I'll give you more information on how to do that in just a second. So please hold your questions. No questions in the chat at this time. Please hold your questions. We're doing money and career first. Okay. How many of y'all ready to hear about that money? Give me the money. Y'all ready to see it rain, baby? Y'all ready to make it rain? Let's hope that that's what the reading's going to say, that we're all going to hit the lotto. We're all going to be wealthy millionaires and billionaires. And we can just live a life of laughing luxury. Go where we want, buy what we need. Let's claim it. Let's claim it. Drop them dollar signs, those money signs in the chat. Let's manifest it right now. Let's manifest the money right now. Come on, y'all. Drop it. We got to claim it. We got to claim it. Come on. Show me the money. Show me the money. Y'all know how y'all be doing in the casino. Folks be running out. They be tapping the machine. Show me the money. Show me the money. Y'all better tap your phone now. Tap your phone. Show me the money. Show me the money. Baby. You got to put in work, though. You know, it's not going to come to you overnight. When it comes to money, career, and success, it takes a lot of hard work and determination. But hopefully things will turn around. Let's look. Oh, Edward says, my God. Mika is so very beautiful. Thank you so much, Edward. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, let's do it. Spirit, tell me a little bit about the collective. The collective's money and career. What can they expect in their money and career in the near future? We have the Magician. See, I said y'all better claim it. Y'all better manifest it. Do you hear me? Manifest it. No. The Magician. We have the King of Cups in the reverse. The Six of Wands. Underneath the deck, we have the Justice in the reverse, as well as the Six of Swords in the reverse. If you keep doing the things that you're currently doing, you're not going to get the results that you want. If you keep staying at a dead-end job, you're not going to see yourself grow up the ladder. So there has to be a shift. There has to be a focus on change and using the power of manifesting. What do you want? I think there is a lot of you out here that don't feel confident or secure in your ability to shift or change. But this is where the work has to come in, where you have to do something about what's not serving you when it comes to your career and finance. So this may look like some of you guys working at a job you don't like. Well, go find another job. Go out there and apply and see what else you can find. This could be if you're a business owner, you are currently running a business and you're not really happy with the way things are going with the business. So you may need to do some research on what type of changes can occur to manifest the results that you want to see in your sales. When it comes to those that are not really necessarily career focused, but you're worried about your finances, you got to shift how you're handling your money. Your money is not growing and it's not getting to where it needs to be. It's because you're not handling your money the right way. So you may need to budget more. Whatever this change is, collective, is going to take a lot of strength and it's going to make you feel very uncomfortable. But if you want to see results, you got to move. You got to move. You got to change, okay? Yeah, you got to do something about where you currently are, okay? So yeah, I think it's going to hit a lot of you guys in the near future that this isn't working. And I know the world is going through a big shift right now. We're really dealing with some tough times. So change of mindset. Think about how the world is operating and what that can mean for some of your careers. Some of you guys may be working in careers that may be receiving layoffs, or you may be working in careers that doesn't really lead to any growth because of the way the economy and the world is operating right now. So that's where I'm saying you got to really think about, where do you want to be and what do you got to do to see something happen. Some of you guys may need to actually start a business. You may have a great business idea or an entrepreneur idea. Some of you guys may be interested in starting that channel on a social media platform. You know, what is something that you're talented at doing that can actually help a lot of people, that can lead to a lot of money? That's unique to you. Because remember, we also have AI. And AI is taking over, and that's also killing a lot of jobs too. And we got to think about that. You know, now in the States, we go to Walmart or we go to other major retailers and they ask us to check out our own groceries. You know, they have these computer generated checkout lines where people are not there actually checking out anymore. We're moving to more of a technology, AI, robotic base type of system. And in other parts of the world, we're also seeing this shift as well. So this is where Spirit is saying, be mindful of this, and also be mindful of how you're handling your money and what do you want to see in the future for yourself. Because I think you're definitely going to see success in whatever this shift is going to be, but it's going to take you to actually do something about it. Be wise and know that it's not going to be easy. But you've got to walk away from things that aren't serving you. Ten of Wands is like baggage, stress, a lot that you have to walk away from. Seven of Swords. Some of you guys may need to sneak away from a job right now that you're at that's like stressing you out. I'm just getting, wherever you are, there has to be a shift. Like wherever you are, that's not working for you. So I hope that resonates for someone out there that really needs that message. I'm getting a lot of you guys that may resonate with this reading. Could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, or an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. You don't necessarily have to be those things, but that's just predominantly coming through in the reading right now. And I also do know that a lot of you guys may have a business mindset, I'm thinking, but you may have not thought about bringing it out to the world. So don't let that hold you back. That's for somebody out there. Yeah. And you may have that air or that fire sign in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign in your natal chart placements. But it doesn't have to be. It's just energy, remember? Just energy. Okay. X Story says, yep. Leo. All right, guys. I really hope that all of you guys really enjoyed this whatever comes out portion of our reading today. And as I was doing the reading, I noticed that several of you guys had questions. So I'm opening up the floor. It's that time that if you want to ask a dying question, you can right now at this time. $19.99 super chat or more will get your answered question right now in this moment. Send a super chat with your questions and I'll be glad to answer your question. Do keep in mind that these are personal readings, so it is going to be unique to your unique situation. When you watch tarot on YouTube or on my channel, it's general. So it's so nice to have a one-on-one interactive reading session with me. And what will be included in this will be a timestamp. I will have your question timestamped so that way you can come back and watch your reading as many times as you like. So if you would like to ask a question, again, all you got to do is send a super chat. You'll hit the money sign down at the bottom with your question, and I'll be glad to answer it right now. There is no wait, and we'll just patiently wait to see whoever has a question. Thank you guys so much for coming. If you want to hang out with us, feel free. So to send a super chat, you're going to hit the button as if you're going to type a message. You'll see a little dollar sign. Y'all see that little dollar sign next to the chat button? Click on that dollar sign and that's going to give you an option to choose how much you want to pay. You need to select $19.99 or more, and it needs to be in US dollars. If it's not in US dollars, then that's not going to fulfill the requirements. So $19.99 super chat or more, guys. All right, I'll give you guys a second to figure that out. Big shout out to our amazing mods tonight. Well, this morning. I'm so used to saying tonight. This morning into the afternoon, we have T Rose, we had Melissa, Keita. Thank you guys so much for supporting me in DP. Thank you guys for helping out in the chat. It gets a little crazy when I do these phone vertical readings because we get a lot of traffic. A lot more questions and a lot of trolls. So I really appreciate you guys. You guys have helped out tremendously. I really, really appreciate it. Folks be running out. All right, so we're doing mini reads, guys, if you're interested. I hope you have an amazing day too, X Story. Okay, y'all don't see it? Okay, well then let me do this. Let me try to open up my website. It's just gonna be 1 second, guys. All right, Lisa found out a way to send her super chat. We'll do Lisa's question first. And then I'm going to also put a link to where you guys can purchase through my website if you can't send a super chat. So just give me 1 second here. Thank you, Lisa, for your patience. Like I've noticed that in the past where people have a hard time with doing the super chat thing. I don't know why, but I'm going to just make it a little bit easier for you guys. All right, so if you can't do the super chat thing, I just put a link to my website where I accept all different payment forms: PayPal, PayLink, all different forms. So you can just book it through there. And I'll also send you a separate email to the reading. So hopefully that'll help you guys that are having a little bit of a hard time with super chat. All right, but we're going to do Mama Lisa's question first. She wants to know, tell me about Tony. I ran into him, a old friend. This dude shows up. Planning a date this month, okay? So Tony is an old friend. And you guys are planning a date, Mama Lisa. Okay, all right. Planning a date with old Tony. Planning a date with Tony. And so you really want to know what's up. So let's see. Spirit, tell me about Tony. Tell me about the situation surrounding Lisa and Tony. What is the current situation surrounding him and Lisa right now in this moment? 9 of Pentacles, okay. 2 of Swords in the reverse. And the 4 of Wands in the reverse. You know, he wants to see where this can go. I'm going to be honest. This is somebody who is single and likes their freedom. But, you know, I think that he wants to be able to see if you guys can actually build something here. He's not too optimistic about this, though, Lisa. I think this is somebody that is very guarded and still trying to figure it out, but it's still very fresh. And when you're dealing with somebody that is very fresh, you can definitely potentially see some fear. You can see some fear. You can see some stagnation. With the 2 of Swords in the reverse to the Queen of Swords, I think you also have some fear and stagnation as well. So I think you're very guarded and closed off as well, okay? Now, what advice do we have for Lisa with this? I guess release your fears. I think you're thinking the worst scenario, and Spirit is saying be careful of this. I think you're secretly thinking about ghosting the situation or running from this. And I say give it a chance. But in order for it to work, I think you need to be open to it. You said he's been single for 25 years. Yeah, I'm getting a hyper single guy, like somebody that is not super serious about building a relationship, but that doesn't mean that he can't. But I think you need to kind of work on, not being so closed off as well, Lisa. That can be your detriment as well. So let's see, how does he really feel about you? You guys are planning a date and all that good stuff. How does he really feel about Lisa? The Star, Two of Cups, and the Magician in the reverse. Underneath the deck, we have the World and the Knight of Swords. Again, this is like, we'll see what happens here. He definitely has a desire to mend the relationship you guys have, but he has his fears and reservations where he's not feeling very confident that he can accomplish this goal of making you happy and moving this thing along. But he is interested, but he is also very much holding on to the idea that this may go very badly. So this is why he's kind of like, we'll see. But he's taking the first step by reaching out to you, but he's very stressed about this reunion between you two. It's kind of making him very, very nervous. Do I see, rainbows, butterflies, unicorns, the end all be all here? No, I don't see that. What I do see is that he is somebody that really wants to just see where it goes. So let's get some advice. What should you do with this person in this situation? Take your time, move very slow, and just see where it goes. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think you really want to settle down in a serious relationship either. So that's why I say just have fun with it. Take it day by day. And if you feel like there's chemistry and it's something worth pursuing, go for it. If not, forget about it. Forget about it. But he is definitely trying to, bring some type of connection between you two. Make it a thing. But there's a lot of fears there. Lisa says, I get it. He knows these jokers chase me and I hide my vehicle so people don't know I'm that you're home. Lisa. Lisa says, yep, my cutoff is so fast. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm the same way. My cutoff game is very strong, but part of my issue is I'm an Aquarius. So, I'm just at a space in my life where I'm just like, hey, if you can't come correct, don't come at all. I ain't got time. All right. So we have Miss Beata. Is that right, Beata? I hope I said it correctly. Thank you so much. You want to know, what should I do with my job and my sister's influence on that? All right, let's look at it. I know I probably messed it up. I'm not even going to try the last name. Is it Beata? Beata? I messed up names. I'm sorry. We're going to just say Miss B. Miss B. Like beautification. Okay. Beata. So it's Beata, like beautification. Okay, cool. All right, so let's look at it. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Beata. Just B, I got you. I'm not even gonna mess it up. Spirit, tell me about Miss B. What advice do you have for Miss B about her job and her sister's influence on that? What should she do? We have the Nine of Wands in the reverse, the Knight of Swords in the reverse, and we have the Star in the reverse. Underneath the deck, we have the Two of Swords in the reverse and the Eight of Cups in the reverse. Don't fight any battle that's not worth fighting. So in other words, choose your battles wisely. I think your sister's influence is causing you a lot of stress, unnecessary stress. And so Spirit is saying, don't worry about her influence and don't worry about her opinions. I would just kind of move on what you feel like you need, because this is like a surrender energy. Like, it's not a battle worth fighting for. It's not a battle worth fighting for. So don't overthink this. Do offer, some level of respect, because she still is your sister. But in other words, this is like telling your sister, hey, I appreciate your opinion and your advice, but thank you. And then that's it. I would just say thank you and not go back and forth with her, because sometimes you can't really rationalize with certain people, because they get kind of fixated in their ways. And the way this energy is like exhausting you and draining you and stressing you out, you got to look at yourself and say, is it really worth even fighting this? It really leads to no benefit, Miss B, if you were to fight this battle, because I think she's so stubborn and so stuck in her ways that no matter what you say or do, she's not going to move on what she believes. And I don't think you will either. So it just feels like something that's not worth fighting. It's just going to continue to bring you stress and unhappiness if you keep arguing with her. You said good advice. She sure is. Yeah, she is. She's a mess. Okay, so let's see. What should you do about the job? Let's get some advice from Spirit. What advice do you have for Miss B? We have the Ace of Wands in the reverse, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Four of Swords. You got to really work on making your own decisions. I think you really respect her opinion, but at the same time, like, you can't let other people write your own destiny. Does that make sense? So I think really working on your confidence is going to be a big factor here to really make your own decisions. You know what I'm saying? Like, make a decision that is your own with the Nine of Pentacles, that is not influenced by other people. Yeah, and think about what is your intuition telling you about the job. Because if you're trying to force yourself to do something that's uncomfortable, it's not going to help you overall, mentally, financially, spiritually, whatever. Like, it's going to cause you to go a little crazy, and you don't need that. Now, I don't know what's going on with this job situation, but it just feels like a lot of, like, there's a bigger lesson in this experience that you're asking about, that Spirit wants you to know. And it has a lot to do with your need to kind of stand in your strength to say, no, 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 like, I only deserve the best. Now, since you sent this super chat of all this money, I'll let you ask another question. You said, can she hurt you? Okay, let's see. Can she hurt you? Thank you again for your support today, Miss B. Spirit, tell me about Miss B's sister. Does she have the ability to hurt Miss B? With the King of Swords in the reverse, to the Moon, to the Ten of Swords in the reverse, she can be highly manipulative, okay? She can be highly manipulative in how she, tries to get other people to think. And it's only because she wants to have a sense of control and power over people. She's very smart, very savvy, but she's also very opinionated. And that is her downside. I think this is the thing that's going to really hurt you in the end. Because I think it confuses you. And that's what a lot of manipulative people do. They stir a lot of confusion and a lot of chaos in people in the receiving end of that. And you begin to question your own sense of self-worth. You begin to question your own identity, as well as questioning your own beliefs and what's your better judgment. And that's where Spirit is saying, ignore all the noise around you and really listen to your inner voice and your inner guidance, and to God and your spirit guides. What is it telling you? Because she can be this way. She also has a lot of ability to impulsively cut people off or leave when she doesn't get her way. And I think your biggest fear with that is losing a relationship with her. But this is where you have to stand in your power of having boundaries with her, because she can definitely hurt you. And it doesn't mean you don't love her. It just means you're protecting yourself from getting hurt. So yeah, with the Moon to the Queen of Pentacles, I think your sister's biggest issues is the type of illusions or things that she tries to paint to get people to think one way when she's really trying to do another. She still has love for you, and she still wants to have a relationship with you, but she has a really weird way of showing it. Have you ever heard of the people that they love you, but they have a really weird way of showing it? That's who she is. She's one of those people that just has to do a lot of healing, and she has to do a lot of work on herself. She may even need to consider therapy, but that is not your job. That is not your job to honestly and truly work on her healing journey. That's something that she has to be ready for and be willing to surrender to. And if she's not willing to do that, then there's not much you can do. But the only thing that I would say you can do is protect yourself. And that's important. That's an important thing, so you don't get hurt. Because there's a part of you that has a bit of a stubbornness edge to you. So if you want her to change, that's the thing. It's like you're trying to get her to see your perspective, what is right, what is just, what is fair. But she doesn't want to accept that. She doesn't want to accept that. But she doesn't want any issues with you. She does want you guys to be in harmony. But yeah, that's what I'm getting. It's a lot there. But the more and more you think about the relationship and the history you guys have, the more I'm sure you're like, yeah, I get it. She's something else. Yep. So yeah, I hope this helps. Thank you so much, Miss B, for your support of the channel today and asking those questions. I think it's a dive deep on things way beyond what meets the eye here on what this relationship is and what she's about. So hopefully that helped you. You're welcome. You're very welcome. All right, guys. Well, guess what? We are still doing mini reads, so I'll stick around for a few more moments. If anybody's interested, you can either send a super chat of $20 or more, or you can click on the link that I have in the pinned comment where you guys can actually book your mini reading directly on my website. Either way, I'll get your questions either on the live chat or through my website. So I'll give you all a moment. Miss B says, yes, it did. Good. I'm so glad I can help. Like, that's what I love about mini reads is the dive deep and the transformative process of connecting deeply with unique situations and how I can really help people think deeper about something that they're experiencing more than meets the eye. And a lot of times we go deep here. So it does help some people think about some factors of a situation that they may have not even considered. So thank you so much for openly sharing your personal story with us and booking your reading on the live. If any of you guys are interested in booking a personal reading and not doing it on this live, that information is down in the description box below as well. So that way you can interact with me on a more intimate level, but not on live. I know some of you guys don't want your business out there. I totally get it. But if you would like to ask a question, a few more minutes left and then we're going to close this thing. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. Showing your girls some love. I would really, really appreciate it. Hey, Kim, you're welcome. Miss B says, yes, it helps a lot to remind me about her love to me. Yeah, she does. She's just different. You can do super chats. Yeah, you guys can do super chats, $19.99 or more, or click on the link. I think it's just easier for you guys to click on the link because a lot of people saying they're having a hard time with super chats. But if you want to send a super chat of $19.99, that's your option. Or you can go to my website and purchase a reading through my website for $22.22 per question. Yep, Miss B, you both are stubborn. Yep. And that's where you guys butt heads. You both had this my way. And it gets catty. But it's love. It's still love at the end of the day. It's still love. And as long as you guys are willing to hear each other out and not respond to destroy and to press your point, but respond to really listen and understand the other person's perspective and try to reach a mutual understanding, that relationship could thrive. But here's the issue. If your sister isn't willing to meet you halfway, that's the problem. And sometimes it takes a lot for people in that very stubborn energy to do that because they get so fixated on their mission, their ideas, and what they want. And it makes it very difficult to like have a relationship with people like that because they're not easy to work with. Yep. Hey, Lisa. All right. So May, if you want to ask a question, you're welcome to $19.99 super chat, or you can click on the link in the description box. Well, I didn't put it in the description box. Or you can click on the link in the live chat that I just dropped. Either way, it'll work. $19.99 super chat or that link. If you have a question, May, that's how you do it. Big shout out to Mama Lisa. Big shout out to Miss B. And earlier, thank you, Miss Sharon, for sponsoring today's reading with your generous donation of $5 today. Woohoo! I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take a $5 donation. What you guys don't know is anytime you guys donate to the channel, like Kim just did. Thank you so much, Kim, for the $2 sponsorship today. Whenever you guys donate to the channel and send super chats to my channel, I can't talk about other people, but I use that money to purchase more cards, equipment like lighting. Sometimes I'll get things like I'm actually in the market to look for lights that have different colors. And some of those color lights are like $100 and something. So yeah, like I use that money to put it back into the channel. And whatever you donate, it goes back into the channel to bring you the things that you guys see. So yeah, it really does help. I know I've had quite a bit of continued donations, and those people, I'll even flat out tell them, hey, look at this new deck. Thank you to so and so for sponsoring. You know, Lisa's heard me say it plenty of times. I bought this deck because of so and so donating and so donating, you know. And also, if you guys are interested in donating a deck, if you go to my wish list on my website, it'll say donate. It says donations. Click on that. And then I have an Amazon wish list where if you want to directly send me a deck, there you go. And that will be your deck that you're contributing to the channel. So it's really cool. Different ways people can give back to the channel. I don't take the money. Any money I mostly make on this channel, I pretty much pump it right back into the business. Or I use it to pay my taxes because this is a real LLC. So I have to pay taxes and everything else. So it is what it is. And what you guys don't know about super chats is YouTube takes 30%. So if you're a content creator, YouTube takes 30% of our revenue. Plus, we still have to pay taxes on that income. So what you send doesn't really turn out to be what you send that goes in my pocket because I still have to pay YouTube a cut and I still have to pay Uncle Sam a cut. So after all that's said and done, I get a very small percentage of what you guys send. So that's why I say it really does matter when you guys support what I do. So thank you so much. It does mean the world to me. Thank you so much. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed the reading. Last call. Anybody else wants a reading? If not, we cutting it. We cutting the tape. Yeah, we cutting it. Miss B says I'm having a hard time with that she actually was ready to offer my prosperity for her own. She didn't wish she's good only for herself. Yeah. She needs to do some work, you know. She needs to do some healing. I recommend if you really want to mend things with a relationship, it's always good to have individual counseling and therapy and then also have family counseling and therapy. So that way you guys can work together. Yeah. So if you want to ask a question, it's going to be a $20 super chat, or you can click on the link that I just dropped into the chat for you to book your mini reading for this live right now at my website. Click on that link and it'll direct you to where you can ask a question. But it's no free questions right now, guys. No free questions. $20 or more. I'm so glad that I'm using my cell phone today, guys. For those that were with me last night, oh my gosh, I was getting so frustrated with the channel, and I thought it was the internet. I was telling my son, is the internet messing up? Is the internet messing up? He said, no, it's not the internet. And I was like, okay. So then I was like, well, I did an Apple update on my MacBook. Maybe it's Apple. Was it Apple? And then a couple of you guys came on and made me realize that it's YouTube. YouTube was having some type of glitch or issue. And so I was like, wow, okay, that's really strange. But when I say it was freezing and then my audio was looking like I was talking in Chinese, it was really crazy. And so if you missed the all signs reading that I did last night, check it out. I went back and time-stamped all of the different signs that I read for, including those that I did mini readings for. But what I found out this morning when I woke up right before I had my video call personal reading was I realized that the timestamps were thrown off because there were so many issues with how the video kept freezing up. So all of my timestamps that I did last night were thrown off too. And so by the time all was said and done this morning, I was so over that video. I said, wow, this is crazy. So I had to go back, guys, on part 2 of the video I did, part 2 last night. I had to go back and timestamp every single sign and every personal reading. It was wild. It was crazy. It was crazy. It was wild. But it's all good, y'all. We got to figure it out. It's up and going now. There should be no issues for you guys to see it. My apologies in advance to all those beautiful souls that got their readings kind of cut short. It was out of my control. It was a YouTube issue. All right. So remember, guys, it's $19.99, not $2, $19.99 or more. If you send anything that's under $19.99, it'll be considered a donation today. So I apologize, but only $19.99 or more, guys, okay, for your questions today. You can send it in Super Chat, or you can click on the link to go to my website. We have May next. So May, welcome. We figured it out. Yay, the Super Chat. You went the Super Chat route. Danny, you want to know Danny's next actions towards you. Danny and May. I got you. All right, Kim is going to be next. Thank you, Kim. Spirit, tell me about Miss May. What is Danny's next actions toward Miss May right now? We have the 7 of Cups. We have the 8 of Swords in the reverse. And we also have the 2 of Cups. Underneath the deck, we have the 10 of Swords in the reverse, as well as the 3 of Cups. Okay. You know, Danny definitely wants to really work on this relationship with you, but he's not quite sure if you want the same thing. He also has his doubts where he's not sure if you are the right choice. This is somebody that is still trying to figure out what he wants with you, this relationship. For sure, he wants to come your way, but he won't fully want to invest in you. Yeah. He's more concerned about whoever I choose has to be to my benefit. And what he feels like right now is there's this strong boundary that you're having up, which is making it very difficult as well for him to decide if it's even worth it. Okay. He would definitely like to apologize to you and create a relationship with you for sure. But here's the problem with this person. Danny is somebody that is not offering much, you know, when it comes to love. He's more so offering something because he feels like he's missing out on an opportunity. But he's still not sure about you. And that's where I feel like you got to be mindful of this, that he can still kind of use you as an option or not really prioritize you. So that's where you have to really be careful, especially with the 4 of Cups in the reverse. I feel like you even know this. This is why you may have pulled your energy back. So let's get some advice on what you should do. But the key thing you do need to know, Miss May, is that he doesn't know what he wants with this. So let's get some advice from Spirit. Spirit, what advice do you have for Miss May and Danny here? We have the 8 of Wands, the 2 of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Hierophant in the reverse. You know, deep down with the 2 of Swords in reverse underneath the deck, deep down, you know this isn't aligning to your standards. Deep down, you know this. And I think if you really look at the facts for what they are, you would probably say, I probably need to end this because this is not somebody that is giving me the type of relationship or experience that I want. Now, we always have a path. May, we always have a path. You can either choose to go towards this mystery and somebody giving you a small love offer, or you can go towards something that moves more in alignment with your values and what you want to see in a relationship. Because if not, you're still going to be this person's option. And you're still going to be somebody that he doesn't really choose. He'll take action towards you. He'll talk to you, but he's never going to just fully invest and commit to the level that you want. Not right now, at least. He'll even offer you possibly a relationship and trying to heal this relationship between you two. But you're not going to be the one that he is going to commit to. Why is that? Why won't he fully commit, Spirit? Because he's emotionally closed off from love. And he'd rather play on your emotions, Miss May, because he knows that you care and that you do have love for him. So he plays these games to keep you stuck and to benefit off of the love and the care and the energy that you provide him. But he's not offering much because he moves in a lot of fear. He's scared of commitment. He's scared to commit and choose. So this is what you get. You get an offer of a relationship and let's heal things like we saw before. But you get a very emotionally closed off and confused man that doesn't really want to make a choice. And deep down, you know, that's not making this relationship equally yoked. So I hope that helps you, Miss May. Let me know if it resonates for you. I think you've decided to pull your energy back, but you even feel confused because of what he says. He may say a lot of the right things to get you to drop your guard. But then when it comes to actually showing up for you, that's what you got to look at. You know what I'm saying? What is his action saying about who he really is? That's what you got to look at. And a man that's very serious about you, Miss May, they're not going to give you any opportunity to have somebody else swoop you up. They're not going to make that happen, but he's playing on your emotions, and that's what's confusing you. He's playing on your emotions because he knows you care. So he's making you feel that way, but his actions are doing something else, so it's confusing you. But pay attention to his actions, Miss May. The actions are everything that's going to tell you specifically who you're dealing with. Truly, it will. All right, there we are. So for those that are here, eager to get a reading, we still have time. You can either click on the link that is in the pinned comment, or you can send a super chat of $19.99 or more. Either way, it's fine. Next, we have Miss Kim. Thank you, Miss Kim. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Remember, it has to be $19.99 or more like Miss Kim have sent. If you send anything less than $19.99, it will not qualify for a mini reading. It will be considered a donation, okay? All right, Miss Kim wants to know You want clarity regarding your relationship about EI. All right. All right, Miss Kim, let's see what we got. First, we'll look at the overall situation, and then we'll get some clarity on what you need to do next. Some advice from Spirit. Spirit, tell me a little bit about EI and Kim's relationship. What is the current situation surrounding Kim and EI right now in this moment? Knight of Wands. The Fool in the reverse. Three of Swords. Underneath the deck, we have the Sun as well as the Knight of Swords in the reverse. All right, you're dealing with someone who is an avoidant. And they're avoiding dealing with the issues that has caused you to pull your energy back. Your person is very impulsive, Kim. Very impulsive. When things don't go his way, instead of addressing it, he runs. He still has a lot of passion towards you and attraction. That is true. But he's also thinking like, is it really something I can do to get her to open up to me? With the Ace of Wands to the Eight of Swords, he's like in his head thinking, okay, how do I do this? How do I, get this relationship off the ground? How do I get it going? How do I fix and repair this breakup or separation? How do I do this? See, all he's thinking about is that moment when you guys had some type of big disagreement, Miss Kim. And he's stressed because he doesn't even know how to fix this. Especially since your energy is someone who's kind of pulled back. Yeah, with the Fool in the reverse to the Page of Swords, this is the energy of you saying, I'm holding back, but I'm still curious if we can make this work. But you're also feeling very stuck too, because you don't know if it's even worth the risk of making this work. So with the Emperor to the Two of Wands, you're trying to make the best decision possible moving forward for your future. And I can respect that. But I ask you this, Kim. What are you really getting out of this relationship? And this is just a question. You don't have to answer it in the chat. It's just something you need to think about. Like, what are you benefiting from being with this person? Because it feels very lustful and very superficial in nature. It doesn't really feel like this person is offering much, like nothing in depth. And I think that's what's disappointing you, where you feel like you're constantly trying to get him to see your side and understand that you feel a bit taken advantage of because you're fighting for a relationship that he's not fighting for. But this is somebody that is always running from loving you, running from being there for you. And that's why I say, really think about what are you getting out of this. So let's get some advice from Spirit. Miss Kim. Let me know if it resonates, of course. I'll definitely have all of your readings timestamped today too, by the way, so you guys can come back and watch this video anytime you want. Spirit, tell me about Miss Kim's situation with EI, with L. L or EI. I couldn't tell if that was EI or L. We'll just say E. What advice do you have for Miss Kim with this? We have the Two of Cups. We have the Six of Pentacles. And we have the Two of Pentacles. Outweigh your pros and cons. But think about, again, if you were to be in a relationship with him, what is he offering you? So if you think about, and this is before I even pulled the cards, I was getting that. I feel like you have to think about, is it really worth it? Is it really worth the hassle? What is the pros and cons of being in a relationship with like this, with this person? Because I don't think they're changing. Yeah. With the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, this is a man that's not going to change. You know, and I think deep down, you're already kind of leaning towards moving on from this. And just kind of like being alone. And if that's what you feel like you need to do, I say go for it. This may just serve as a confirmation. But either way, I hope it does resonate with you, Kim. Thank you so much. I look forward to connecting with you in the future. Hopefully you were able to catch this live. I know you were here. I didn't see you in the chat anymore, so I hope it was helpful. Beautiful Soul is next. Hello, beautiful soul. If you guys are just now joining our live, we just did a collective reading for everyone. And right now we're doing mini reads for those that have dying questions today and need some guidance and support. If you are one of those people and you would like to get a mini read, go ahead and click the link that's down in the description box below. You can also go ahead and click super chats. We can do super chats for $19.99 or more if you have a dying question, okay, for me to answer on this live. Either way, we can definitely get it going. I'm only answering a few today, so go ahead and get it while you got it. Got it available. All right, beautiful soul. Nice to meet you too. Thank you so much for trusting me to do your reading with me. Beautiful soul wants to know, what can you see and advise situation with me and Cancer? You feel confused. Does he want to settle down and marry me, and when? Any advice? His feelings and any third party? If yes, will he leave her, and when will he give and take? All right, now listen. Beautiful soul, we're only doing one question, baby. It's a mini read. It's not a personal reading. This is a mini read, so it's $19.99 per question, love. So what I can do is I can ask you right now, it's okay, one question. I'll let you drop it into the chat right now. What is one question you have about this situation? There's a lot of questions there. And if you want, I can answer one question right now, and then you can book a personal reading where I can dive deep into the other areas that you want answered. So I'll give you a second. So beautiful soul, whatever question, if you can just drop it into the chat so I can make sure I answer the question that you really want to ask today. I'll wait on you. So just retype your question for me. You don't have to send another super chat. Just type it into the chat for me, please. Beautiful soul, we're waiting on your question. So if you can just type the one question you want to answer today in the chat, it'll be greatly appreciated. Okay, so beautiful soul, I can't answer all of those questions. So I said, just give me one question, just one. You gave me several questions, so I can only answer one today. So just give me the one question you want answered. I'm not going to choose which one. Just give me one question you want answered today. Okay, so you want to know what is the outcome between you and the Cancer. Okay, I got you. So Spirit, tell me a little bit about beautiful soul's relationship with the Cancer that she's currently involved with and the potential outcome. We'll first start off, beautiful soul, will just get a general energy check-in to kind of support you a little bit deeper today. And then we'll get into that specific question you provided. I hope that'll help. We have the Chariot, the Knight of Wands in the reverse, the Ace of Swords in the reverse, and underneath the deck we have the Lovers in the reverse and the Hermit in the reverse. Okay, this is definitely a person that is not ready to fully surrender to a love situation with you. I'm getting a here for a fun time, not a long time energy from him right now. And that's what he's not telling you, but this is where he stands, okay? So in other words, this is not somebody that really wants to settle down. He looks at this relationship to me as something very exciting, very fun. He's not the type of guy that is taking this relationship seriously. And I think for you, because of his behavior, you've kind of pulled your energy away from him as well. And not feeling like you can trust him either. Because he's hurt you so much and disappointed you and confused you too much, right? So it's really just easier for him to just come in conveniently for a fun time, not a long time. He'll come back, not because he wants a relationship. He'll come back because what he wants is lust, a hookup, a fling, something fun. Attention. But you're not the one he wants to settle down with. And that's the thing about some of these immature men. He's very immature in nature. Think of like a young 20-something-year-old. You know, they're out there having fun, doing their thing. They're not thinking about settling down and getting married. That's his energy. He has the mind of like a 20-something-year-old just out having a good time. That's his energy for real. No matter what he's told you, look at his actions. His actions and his energy is telling me that he is not getting, how can I put it? Getting to the space of wanting something serious. He's not there. Okay. And I don't think he's going to be there for a while. So what is the potential outcome between these two? We have the Three of Swords in the reverse, Two of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles. Underneath the deck, we have the Two of Swords and the Ten of Swords. You know, I think ultimately what he's going to do, beautiful soul, is he's going to run off and he's going to move on to someone else. Okay. He's going to create a relationship with someone else. And you're going to feel confused as to why would he betray you? Well, he's betraying you because he doesn't want a relationship. So if you were to take him back and be in a relationship with him, he's still going to have a lingering eye because you're not the person he wants to settle down with. And he's going to run around and do this to a lot of people until he's ready. Yeah, it's going to be a karmic cycle that's on repeat. So if you go back to him, he's going to do the same thing. He's not changing. Okay. There's a big spiritual lesson in this. And I think the spiritual lesson is for you to recognize that you can't settle. I think you're very aware that he has other people, that he has this lingering eye, that, you know, he's coming in with passion and lust, but we can't confuse lust and passion with love because those are two different things. And if you were to be completely honest, you know, love looks like respect. Love looks like loyalty. Love looks like consistency. And he's not really showing you a lot of love. And I don't think he's showing love to these other people either. Okay. Good luck to you, Miss Beautiful Soul. I hope this helped you get a bit more clear about what's happening here. But as much as you want it to work, you can't force someone to, you know, be better, be a better man. He's got to want that for himself, and he's just not at that level yet. You're welcome. You're very welcome. You know, it's very sad, you know, that these people will come into your life and do the things that they're doing. But like I tell people and clients that I read for, if you're interacting with someone that's very low vibrational, the red flags were there. You know what I'm saying? Meaning when you met this person and you started seeing who they were, you ignored those flags. And you can't do that. You got to be honest with yourself and say, this is who they are and I can't change them and I can't get them to be something that they're not. And I get a lot of clients that really want their man or their woman to be better, but they have to want that for themselves, you know? And if they're not healed and solid and secure on their own, then they can't make space to bring you a healthy and solid relationship. Kim says, you're spot on with your suitor L. He's a runner and I understand him. I'm imagining me taking care of him when he is sick. Yep. That's what will happen, Miss Kim. I'm glad the reading resonated with you. I was worried because I didn't hear from you for a second. I was like, she ain't said a word through this whole reading. Hopefully it's resonating with her. I'm glad that you got a chance to check it out and let me know it resonated. So awesome. She also says, you are good. You're gifted and insightful. Also listen to yourself. Your spirit is talking to you. Yes. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. Yes, I've had this spiritual gift ever since I was a young girl. And I actually have other people in my family who are very spiritually gifted. And I was thinking, what is the best way that I can use my gift to help heal the world or help heal people? And I'm a self-taught tarot reader, but I use my spiritual gift to actually give you guys the downloads. And it comes in different forms. Downloads, songs, images, and then I also get messages through the cards. So clairvoyant, tarot reader, you guess you can call me, spiritual healer, and good wholesome voice in your head, as they say, good person to life, a good advisor, I guess you can say, and healer. That's what I strive for. So I'm glad that I can help so many people. And if you would like a personal reading, mini read, I'll accept one more question. So anybody else that's interested, I'll accept one more question. You can book that reading by clicking the $ and then sending a super chat of $20 or more, or $19.99 or more. Or you can click on my website link that I have down in the description box below to book your reading. Next, we have Miss D. D, are you here? All right, D, we'll timestamp your reading here so that way you can check it out if you're not watching live. But you would like to know, would I get the job that I interviewed for last Tuesday on 9:30? So you want to know, would you get the job that you interviewed for last Tuesday on September 30th? And you're here, Dee Dee. Hey. All right, Dee, let's see. Are you going to get that job? I hope. Let's see. We have the Three of Swords, the Two of Cups in the reverse, and the Magician. Underneath the deck, we have the Tower and the Star in the reverse. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like this is a good fit for you, so they may deny you, but don't lose momentum. I think Spirit is saying that this job particularly is something that probably wouldn't make you happy. You think it does on the surface, but it may not. So it's time to use your power to manifest what you actually want. It's going to hurt your feelings, though. It's going to hurt your feelings that, they don't want it. All right. Because I think it's something that you actually wanted, right? But, expect the unexpected when it comes to job interviews. So yeah, get out of your head, get out of the fantasy of this is my job, I got it on lock, and actually try to see if you can get something else. Keep the hunt alive, as they say. Keep looking. Keep looking. Anything else Dee needs to know about getting the job that she wants, that you're advising her to do? Yeah, it says the Empress here, which is like creating, because the Empress is showing an image of a woman that's pregnant. So you need to create your own destiny by keeping your options open. Yeah. Create new opportunities with other options. Yeah, I think deep down, those other options are going to make you more happier than this. So I think, it was destined to happen that way. And I think Spirit wants you to know that it has a bigger meaning versus they, choose you as not a good candidate, but it's more so because it wasn't destined for you to be there anyway. Okay. All right. Dee, I hope that helped. Dee says, oh yeah. Okay, I didn't want it, of course. Sure, thanks for the advice. Okay, cool. So yeah, I think maybe it was you I was picking up, that it just felt like it wasn't a good fit and there's something better. So yeah, I would just keep looking. Cool. All right. Last call for mini reads. Last call. I feel like there's somebody else out there that may want a reading. If so, last call. Remember, if you would like to get a question answered, it'll be $19.99 super chat, or you can click the link in the pinned comment to purchase the reading on my website. But no free questions, guys. No free questions. All right, guys. Well, guess what? I think those are the messages everybody needs to hear. I got no more orders, and I don't think I have any more super chats. So we're going to close this live. If you did book a mini reading today, your reading will be time stamped for you to come back and check out later. Thank you all so much for your support. And Dee Dee, since you purchased it on my website as a bonus, I will email you a link to this video so you can come back and check out your reading later. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope you guys have a beautiful Sunday. Until next time, collective, take care of yourself. Namaste.